Guys, I'm balding. It's happening. It's happening quick. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name's Kyle, aka Prince Kyle, don't forget it. And I have an Instagram as well as a TikTok where I share my female to male transition, as well as give tips to anybody that would like to hear about it. As you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I want to lower my testosterone levels. So a little history about me and my testosterone. I've been on testosterone for a little over 6 years now, which is crazy to think about. And a lot has happened during this time. So for any of you guys that don't really know how testosterone works and how it affects female to male individuals, is it pretty much makes you go through puberty as a man, but in like half the time. So in simple terms, when a boy goes through puberty to become a man, it takes a couple years because, you know, it's a gradual change. It's not something that's going to happen in 30 seconds. Now, for us female to male transgender individuals, we've already gone through puberty one time. We've already gone through it as a woman, and well, obviously us as in adults. So the people who transition after childhood and start their physical transition as adults, we've already gone through puberty as a woman. So yeah, that happened slowly and gradually. Now that we are transitioning female to male, when we go on testosterone, they give us testosterone injections or gels or anything. Nowadays, there's so many things that you can use. But for me, testosterone injections, and it makes you go through puberty very quickly. A lot of changes happen during this time. So for some of us, we get a lot of acne very quickly. For others, we get a lot of facial hair very fast. Your body odor starts to change. Your fat redistribute. I can never say this word. Your fat will redistribute around your body in different places. Your voice gets deeper. Your Adam's apple grows. All of these changes happen in a very quick amount of time, which is why it's very important to get testosterone from a professional who can monitor all the changes and make sure everything's happening the way it's supposed to be happening. Now, I'm not going to say my exact dosage because I don't want to give advice on what the dosage is because it's different for every person. So I'm not going to say exactly what mine is, but I will say that I started very small. And then after a few months, when my period wouldn't stop, they upped my dosage another round. And then I was good at that round because my period stopped and that was the goal. And then pretty much after that, I was doing it weekly. And I'm not very fond of doing shots, injections, whatever. So I asked if I could do it bi-weekly so it was less of a headache very often. So they gave me the okay to do my shots bi-weekly, which meant that I would be doubling my dose, but just doing it every other week. So now my dose is a lot higher and I'm getting a lot more of an amount in a specific time period. So with that being said, something that can happen, not for everyone, but for some of us, we can start to lose our hair more quickly because testosterone can have that effect on people. It's very, very common in cisgender men to have receding hairlines, bald spots, all types of things. It's very, very common. It's obviously not anything out the norm, but that also means for us transgender female to male individuals who did not transition may not have this actually happen until they start taking testosterone. Now, when we start taking testosterone, we have a higher chance of getting these receded hairlines and bald spots on our head because now we're taking the hormone that can make that happen a lot quicker. You see where I'm going with this? So I know most of you guys have never even seen me without a hat, or you very rarely see me without a hat, and you're probably thinking it has to do with this balding, but honestly, it's not even because of that. Like 5 or 6 years ago, somebody made a comment, and I don't even know who it was. It wasn't anyone over the internet. It was honestly before I even started like documenting like myself on the internet. It was somebody from my hometown, and they made a comment that I had a big forehead. That one comment has stuck with me ever since, and I don't know why. Like personally, I shouldn't care, but like, you know, we tend to care about the hate and we don't recognize all the love that we receive, but at the time it hurt and I never lived that down. So I've just learned to love wearing hats all the time, and personally, I don't know, it could be a biased opinion, but I think I look better in hats. I like the way that they go with my outfits. I have tons of hats, tons of beanies. Now, I never used to have like hair issues. It doesn't even run in my family to have like balding or anything. From what I know on my father's side, he still has a lot of hair. My dad's Jamaican and he's had dreads in the past, and he still has a lot of hair right now. He's got like a fro going on. And then my mom's side, nobody on my mom's side either. They don't have any receding hairlines or hair loss, nothing like that. So it doesn't run in my family. It's not really in my genetics, but for some reason I'm noticing my hair slightly receding. I've always had good hair, especially before I started transitioning. I've always had good hair. When I did live as a girl, I used to get extensions in my hair. It was very good for my hair because the braids that I would get was more of a protective hairstyle. So when I would take them out, my hair would be even longer each time I got the braids taken out. So my fro was like very, very healthy, full of volume. When I first started my physical transition, my hair was still good, still healthy in my early 20s, very full of life. And I used to get really sick hairstyles. I'll leave some pictures like right here and right here. And I still kind of do. I mean, I would like to think I do. I've just noticed the more recent haircuts I've gotten, I'm starting to see hair disappear. And I'm like, is the barber chopping off my hair? Does he got something against me? Is he accidentally shaving spots he shouldn't be shaving? Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's not him. Now, I know most of you guys might be thinking like, Kyle, you're being really dramatic. Like, it's really not that bad. It's not that bad for you because you don't see my hair on a daily basis, but for me, I see it every single night, and I'm just noticing it creeping and creeping and creeping, and it's scary. Like, nobody wants to think of their hair like falling out, and maybe I am being dramatic. Maybe it's always been like that and I just haven't really noticed it, but I don't know. I notice a difference. Now, why do I want to lower my testosterone dosage? Well, like I said, when we start testosterone, we're going through puberty again, and we're going through it quickly. Our first year on our new hormone, our body is changing very, very quickly. Like within the first year for me, I started growing peach fuzz on my stash. My voice was just doing all different types of things. Like it was going up, it was going down, it was going left, it was going right. Like it was doing the most. So my voice was changing very, very quickly. My muscle was getting a lot bigger. Mind you, I was working out. You don't just gain muscle like the Incredible Hulk overnight because you start testosterone. And my body hair, my body odor, all of that was just happening like this, like going very, very fast. And I don't think people realize that, but naturally you don't go through puberty that quickly. And so the reason I want to lower my dose is because, one, I've actually read on it and I've heard from other transgender men that they have started to lose their hair, or they are starting to age a lot quicker because they're on testosterone. Now, I don't want this to scare anybody. It may not even be that for me. And honestly, it could be more of a genetic thing for the people that have told me about their experiences. But at the end of the day, it is realistic. We are going through puberty very quick, meaning we are aging quicker. So I just want to see what happens if I do lower my testosterone level and kind of see if it slows down my hair receding or just kind of stops in its tracks. Because I do believe if I never transitioned and I did stay a woman, my hair would still be very, very healthy and would still be in its prime of growing, because naturally cisgender women grow longer hair than men, and men normally have shorter hair. So I do believe if I didn't transition, or if I didn't like start a physical journey, I do think my hair would be super, super full of volume and very, very healthy right now. Now, I know your guys' next question or statement is, well, Kyle, it honestly really may not even be that. What are you gonna do if your hair is still receding when you lower your testosterone? Honestly, I am fully aware that the testosterone may not even be the issue for me. I mean, at the end of the day, I am aging and I'm finding it hard to believe. I don't like to think about it, but I am
heading and creeping towards the age of 30.
So I do have to keep that in mind. And also, my anxiety and depression have been very, very bad this past year through switching jobs, which I may be switching again. that's a story for another video. It could be just the anxiety and depression. It could be me wearing hats all the time and not learning to just love my hair and fuck what everybody has to say about my big ass forehead. So it could be me over wearing hats and not getting enough like sunlight and oxygen to my scalp. Or I've been a father for almost 3 years now, so I mean, being a parent is not easy. So it could be the stress of, you know, having a child, or me and my girlfriend trying to have a child together and having it not really work out, so the stress of that. A lot of things could play in the factor, but if there is something that I can do to kind of cancel out what is happening and see if I can pinpoint exactly what it is, I'm gonna do that. And right now I think lowering my testosterone could help either figure it out or check that off the list. Moral of the story is we're just gonna see what happens. Obviously, I'm not gonna take matters into my own hands and go about this by myself. I'm obviously gonna go to my doctor. I'm gonna ask my questions. I'm gonna see what they think about the idea, and then I will make my final decision based off of my doctor, because obviously they know best. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't scare anybody to starting testosterone. We don't even know if this is the reason, but it's not gonna hurt me to give it a shot and see what happens. The last thing I wanted to say, a lot of you guys gave me great feedback. You want to hear more about my anxiety. You want to see more family content and the life of a trans dad. So I'm definitely going to incorporate that into my videos. As always, you know how it goes. I love you, and stay true, be you. Now, it's funny I bring this topic up because if you saw my post the other day, I posted a picture of me and it looked like I was bald. But I promise you it was just the way I was laying, and my hair blends in with the backboard of my bed. But, I mean, let's be real. Maybe I am balding. It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. My life.